Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today, in honor of Halloween, I wanted to show you how I made a few quick pairs of brick stitch Halloween themed earrings. Of course, I made them in pairs, but I don't think they have to be necessarily worn that way. I think you could have, one skull and one jack-o'-lantern, and I think it would look really good worn that way as well. Or you could wear them as pairs. In the video, I will be making one of my skulls, as you see down here. But once you kind of map out whatever pattern you want, the idea of doing brick stitch is the same. If you would like to see how these earrings came about, then stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. We'll go quickly through the tools that I will be using. I'm going to be using my set of cutters, and I'm going to be using a size 10 beading needle. And of course, I already have it strung with 8-pound Fireline, and I'm using the color Smoke, which is this black color. And I usually get it in the 125 yards, just so I don't have to buy it quite as often. Like you saw in the intro, I am going to be making a quick pair of Halloween earrings using a simple brick stitch. Of course, I have a mess up here on my alien face one, which I didn't realize until 2 rows later when I was finishing up that I had the extra black one there, but I still think they look really cute. I really like these. And then of course I have my jack-o'-lanterns. Again, I think they look really cute. And so far I have one skull. So my video today is going to be making the other skull here in the pattern. So the only thing that I will be using is 8/0 seed beads in black and white. So I just think these are cute little quick Halloween earrings. I also think you don't necessarily have to wear them in pairs like this. You could wear a skull and a jack-o'-lantern, or you can wear, a skull and an alien head. I just think these are cute, quick, and you can kind of make any pattern that you like. So the amount of string I have on here is a wingspan. I pretty much held it in these 2 fingertips and these 2 fingertips and went as wide as my arms would go. And that's how much string I have. So I'm going to be showing you how I do brick stitch. And I will say that I am not an expert. There are countless videos across YouTube on how to do the brick stitch. This is just how I do it. So I'm going to pick up 2 8/0 seed beads in black and pull them down to the bottom. And then I'm going to go back up just the bottom one, hold on to them and pull it through. And that should stack them side by side like that. So now I'm going to go back down. So now I have the tail coming out one and the end coming out the one right next to it. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And just a regular over-under knot. Just like that, pull it snug, and then do it one more time to make a knot. Pull it nice and snug. All right, then I'm gonna use my cutters to get as close as I can to this tail and snip it off. So there you have it right there. All right, so now my string is coming off where that knot is. So I'm gonna go back through one of them. So it's coming up. And again, I know it's hard to see because some of these are small, the process, but as you add more seed beads, it becomes much easier and much more stable. So now we're gonna go up to the next row. So I'm gonna pick up 1 black, and the black needs to be picked up first, and then 1 white. And I'm gonna add it to that thread that's going across between the 2 beads. Just like that, and then I'm gonna pull it through. All right, so now it looks like this. Just like this, I'm gonna go back up that white one. All right, so you should have 2 black across the bottom, 1 black's now kind of sticking out, and then that white one is in the middle. I like to secure everything that I put down. So I'm coming out of that white one in the middle. I'm gonna go back down the other black one that I added with it, and I'm gonna go down to the one beneath it in that original 2 to secure it. And then back up the black one in the middle and the white one in the middle of the 2 I just added. Here we go. So now here is what we have. So now I'm gonna add another black one off of this side. So I have one black one, and I'm gonna go back up just the white one that the thread is coming out of. So the thread is coming out at the top. I picked up a black one, and I'm going back through the bottom of that white one. So it looks like that. And now I'm gonna go back down that black one I just added and secure it to the one right beneath it, just like that. And then go back up the black one right next to it. So now I'm coming out of this black one right here. So my goal is to be coming out of this one here on the end. So I'm gonna go up this one right above it. All right, so when I flip it over, just like this, I am now coming out of that black one on the end. So now I'm going to add the next row. So I pick up one black and one white, and I'm gonna go through that first thread, just like that, in between that white and black one. And once you get to this point, it starts to become a little bit more stable for you to be able to hold it. That white one I just added, just like this. So again, I like to secure the ones next to it. So I'm gonna go back down the black one I just added and go through just the one right beneath it. And then go up the white one in the middle, and then up the white one I just added. So now it looks like this. And I'm gonna add one more white one to that next thread going across, and then go back up the white one I just added, just like that. And now you're gonna add a black one on the end. So I'm coming out of that white one, I'm gonna go back down and go the opposite direction. And to secure that one on, I'm gonna go back down the one I added to the one right beneath it. Just like that. Go up the white one right next to it. So now I'm coming out of that white one in the middle, and I want to be coming out of the black one on the end. So I'm going to go up this third white one right here, this third in the row, and then down the white one right next to it, just like that, and then up the black one that I added. So just like that. So now I'm going to add one more row in that same way, except I'm gonna have 3 white ones in the middle. So I'm gonna have a black one on either end with 3 white ones in the middle. So you use that same direction that I did when I made this row, just add one more, and we'll meet back up when that row has been added. All right, so we've added that third row, same way we added that second row, securing each side down to the one below it. So here's where we are now. So now we're gonna add that next row, which is a little bit longer than the one that we have already on here. So I will tell you now, when we start to secure this one over here, it's gonna look really floppy and really loose, but once we start securing it to the other rows, it becomes much more solid. So now we're gonna add that next row that is longer. So first I'm gonna take 2 black and add it just like we did before to that thread that goes over the last 2. And then we're gonna go up the last one we added and secure that one to the one beneath it. Same thing, go back up the next one, the one right next to it, that white one, and then go back up that second black one that we added. So now what we're gonna do is go back out this one now that it's been secured to the row beneath it, and then pick up another black 8-0 and then go in the opposite direction of this one right here, the one on the end, just like that. And then go back up. I like to secure this in a couple times, back down, back up. All right, so like that. So now we're going to go across the row. So we do have to go back down and then back up this black one here. So yes, right now it's just kind of sticking out there. And then we're going to make our way across. This entire row is black. So I'll meet back up when we get to this other end. All right, so I've made it across to the other end, and I'm coming out the top of this other end. So I'm going to do the same thing where I add that one that's kind of sticking out. So I pick up one black 8/0, go up the opposite direction from where the thread is coming out, and that should stack it side by side. But I'm going to go up and down a few times. So go down, go back up, do it one more time. Okay. So now I'm coming out that second one. So I need to get to the point where I'm coming up out of that last one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down this third one right here, go down this black one on the end, come back up this white one, and to be coming out here, you've got to go up the third one, then down, then up. So up this third one, then down, then up. So here is what we have right now. And we're going to add the next row going across together. So we have one black, one white, and we're going to go across that thread on those last two, and then up just that white one. And just like always, I like to secure that last one down, and then go back up this next one, and then back up that white one we added. And then pick up one white through the next thread, back up the one you added. All right, so we're going to continue all the way across until we add the black one on the opposite end. All right, so here we go. I'm now coming up out of that next row. So here's what I have so far. So at this point, it's genuinely just following the pattern of beads in the correct color, at least for this pattern. I am now at this bottom one right here. So at this point, I'm going to meet back up with you at the point where we start going back in. You're going to complete the same pattern as you're going out each time until you get to its widest point right here. This row right here that has two black on either end. And then there's just a slight adjustment to start going back in as opposed to making each row longer. I will meet back up with you at the point where we start going back in to show you that slight adjustment. So if you need, you can just kind of pause right here so you can see how many beads are in each row and what color. Okay, so we'll meet back up when we're going in. All right, so here we are at the widest point of the earrings. We're coming out the top of the last one. So at this point, each row from here on is going to start going in as opposed to going out like these first ones. So here is what you do to change directions to go in. So I've picked up another black one first, then a white one. And instead of going into that first piece of thread, you're going to go in one to the next one. So go through that second thread, and the process is the same as far as going back up that one you added. And then for me, I always secure the one on the end to the one below it, just like that, and then go back up the next one, and then back up the one you added. And don't worry about it sticking up just a little bit. As you continue, it will lay itself down. We're going to go all the way across to the other one, and that process is the same. So you pick up one, go into the next thread, pull it down, go back up through it, pull it snug. So we're going to go all the way across, and I'll show you on the other side. All right. So now I've made it across to the other side, and I'm coming out of this one. There's only one thread left. So instead of adding that extra one, we're just going to pick up one, go through that last thread, go back up through the one you added, and leave it at that. So now you're at the point where each one on the sides are going in. So you don't have to worry about adding another one and securing it to the one below it. It starts to go in. So I'll do one more. So I pick up a white and black, And instead of going on that last thread, we're going to go on this one and then go up that white one and then secure it down the one I just added. Back up the white one next to it and then back up the white one that I added. All right, so we're gonna work our way across to one more going in. All right, so once again, I'm coming out of that white one right there on the end with one thread left in this row. So I'm going to take my needle and add one black 8/0, go through that thread and go back up through that black one that I have added and pull it kind of secure. And like I said, you don't have to worry about them kind of sticking up. As you go, it will secure it down. Like I know this one's sticking up just a little bit, but like I said, when I get to the next row over here, it's gonna, it secures it in place. So that is how you start going in as opposed to going out in your brick stitch. So now, again, here is the pattern at the top. I am now gonna go straight through to the end. And then once I get this last row of 4 black 8/0 in a row, I will meet you back so I can show you how I add the part for the earring. All right, so here we are, and I am now coming out this one at the end where I've just secured that last one. So now, to add the last 4 across the top, I need to be coming out of this one here. I'm going to go down this one without adding anything. So I'm coming out it right here. I'm going to go down this white one right here and then up the white one right next to it and then up that second one up just like that. So now I'm going to add 4 black right across. So I picked up 2 black 8/0s and I'm going to go across this second one right here. The second one meaning where my thread is coming out. I'm not going to go into that one first one. I'm going to go into the second one. So I'm going to go back up the one that I added, back down the second one to secure it down, back up the white one, and then back up the one that I added, just like that. And I'm going to add 2 more black ones. Go down, back up, make it snug, add 1 more, go across that thread, going through the black and white one right there, back up, and make it nice and snug. All right, so there we have it. In order to add the piece at the top for the earring, you're going to need 1 wire guardian and then 1 ear wire. So I've added those 4. I need to be coming out of one of the 2 in the center. So I'm going to go down right here to the one right next to it and then back up that one right beside it. I'm going to pick up 2 black 8/0s and go right back down the one right next to it. And then go back up. Careful not to go through one of the ones I just added. Back up like this. Back across these 2. I want to go through one more time to secure it. Back down, back up, and then back across both of them, just like that. And then I'm going to add the next 2. So I pick up 2 more and I'm going to go straight across, just like that. And I'm going to go through this a few times. So go back through these 2, back across the original 2. Make it pretty snug. Back across the 2 that I added. And as you secure it, they'll line up quite nice. So there we have it, the 2 coming out at the top. So I'm going to go through one side of my wire guardian with my needle, bring it down just like this. So I'm going through one side, go back through the other side. I'm going to hang on to it, pull it through, then back through the 2 8/0s at the top, just like this. And it brings it down. But I'm going to do this 2 more times. You want to make sure when you secure it, the thread stays in that little groove at the top of the wire guardian. And then one last time across both of those top ones. All right, so that's pretty secure there at the top. So I'm gonna go back down. I'm coming out of this one here at the top here. I'm gonna go across and then down through the 8/0 at the top, and then down through the white one right below it. And then I can secure it pretty much anywhere. So I'm gonna go through this black one right here, and I'm gonna secure it across this thread at the top. So I'm gonna go through, and then when it gets to where it's a loop, I'm gonna go through that loop, and it becomes a knot. I'm gonna do that one more time, pull that through. When that becomes a loop, pull it through the loop, and then secure that as a knot. And then now, at this knot, I'm gonna take my cutters, get as close as I can, and cut that off. So the earring is done. I just now have to add the ear wire. I didn't mention my round nose pliers earlier. I'm gonna grab those as a way of doing the ear wire. I'm gonna slightly open the ear wire at the bottom, and I wanna make sure it's facing the right direction. So I'm gonna put this on the ear wire and then close that right back up. And there you have it. So here is the pair of skulls, and I'm gonna set up all of my cute little Halloween earrings on my display so that we can see them better. All right, so here they are. Here are my quick Halloween style brick stitch earrings. Once you learn the process of the brick stitch, it becomes very quick, and then it's just a matter of mapping out the style, the color that you want. And I thought, in honor of Halloween, I would put a couple of these together, and I think they're cute. And like I said in the intro, I don't think that you have to kind of wear them as a pair. I think if you had things like this, you could, get away with wearing one jack-o'-lantern and maybe one skull. I think it looks cute. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I would love to hear what you think of these earrings. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.